Shukra Indrananda. I have received all Swamiji's energy, feeling grateful. This darshan was great, Elizabeth. Shukra Indrananda, whole being fills with love infused by Swamiji. Perfect. Please quickly go ahead and share your darshan experience. And we are going to move on to the third eye power manifestation. Now, all of you keep sharing. Now sit straight with your eyes closed, with the head, neck, back, straight line. Close your eyes, tie your eyes with eye band. Continue to hold Swamiji's form in your inner space and bring your awareness to your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Any thoughts that are coming, let it come, let it go. You bring your attention back to your third eye again and again to your third eye. Forget rest of the body. Sit with the deep. Forget yourself. Forget rest of the body. Just Swamiji exists in your third eye. Sit with the cognition that Paramashiva has come down as Swamiji, and you are in one space with him. Now continuously chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Continuously chant the Mahavakya and experience this space of oneness. With that space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. I'm going to project the picture. Now start chanting the Mahavakya.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda. 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, now please go ahead and share whatever your third eye revealed in the chat. All of you should be typing quickly. Don't think, don't pause, immediately type whatever your third eye revealed in the chat. Yes, I'm going to project the picture now. Is anyone else yet to post the responses? Please do so immediately. I'm going to project the picture now. Anyone else? Quick. Yes. I'm projecting the picture now. So let me read your responses. This is what I projected. So I'm reading your responses. You have to manifest Chakra Raja Swarupini. I saw purple color. Okay. Great, Ma. You started seeing something great. White circle, yellow. And Swami, yes. Now let's move on to our next Jnana session. Any questions? Please do let me know. Any questions on manifesting the powers or now let's learn more on seeking. Be a seeker in everything. Now let's learn more on seeking. Be a seeker in everything that you do. Without the context of seeking, even renunciation can lead you to laziness. I don't want anything. I have no desire. So I'll just don't do anything. I'll just sleep off. If you're having the context of what for I'm renouncing anything. Without the context, even the renunciation leads to laziness. A lot of people talk as if they are renouncing just to justify their laziness. Renunciation is not renouncing the action. This is where many people confuse. Renouncing does not mean that renouncing your action. Sannyas does not mean that you are quitting the work. You're taking up more responsibility actually, but without expecting the results of the work, without expecting anything in return. That is renunciation. Renunciation is not renouncing the action. You grow grass, feed the cow, milk, then make it as a curd, churn, get the butter, boil it, make it ghee. And after the ghee, offer the ghee to the deity, divine, God, or Guru. That is renunciation. Every work that you do is an offering to the God or Guru. That is renunciation or sacrifice. If you don't grow the grass, this is not a sacrifice. You just, I don't want anything, so I don't even move my butt. That I don't even move grass. I don't even grow anything. Swamiji is here giving a beautiful example. I don't even move anything. I don't work. I don't want anything. That is not renunciation. Not renouncing the action, but renouncing the attachment, results of the work. All the result, what you're getting is an offering to the divine, offering to the Guru. If you don't grow the grass, that is not sacrifice. That is boredom and tiredness. Many people don't even take the effort to growing the grass, and they say, oh, everything is Maya. That is not the real renunciation. That is not seeking. Without understanding the context, even the greatest truth can be missed and misused. Seeking, honest seeking, authentic seeking, being integrated to your seeking is one of the most important alignment you need to do in your life every day, because it is only by seeking your being is kept in the most possible highest peak of awareness. Keep the seeking alive. Let the seeking become your first response to life. Any success come, any failure comes, anything you are in getting into conflict, anything that you are facing in life, let the seeking be your first response to life. Understand everything for the higher cognition. Let the seeking be the source of inspiration for you to live. Let the seeking be the energy to live. Let the seeking be the intensity to live. Be a seeker in everything. Without the context of seeking, the most subtle truths are never cognized. Cognizing the most subtle truths is the context, the right context happens only by you keeping your seeking alive. Everything from deity worship, attending satsang, reading the scriptures, doing the voluntary service, pranayama, yoga, spiritual practice, whatever you are doing should strengthen your seeking, should make you more and more strong seeker. When you are doing the exercise, let this body align to the divine, the cosmic geometry. Let this body, my body becomes aligned, my body becomes strength, my body becomes flexible, my body becomes more powerful to hold the enlightenment energy. Let everything you move, your body, align to seeking. Everything. Let me, when you are doing the deity worship, let me experience oneness space with the deity. Let me fall in love with this deity. Let me experience the divine consciousness. The depth of your seeking should be increased. Don't ever think without seeking any higher thing can be achieved. No, everything, even higher thing is achieved only by seeking. Make seeking part of your cognition. One of the biggest mental disorder is being unable to sit with yourself. Understand, just learning the concept, not making it as part of your cognition is the most dangerous. Meaning, cognition is what in depth your understanding itself is from the understanding of purpose of seeking. Without that, there is no depth. Just hearing these words, okay, I know, yes, good class, good session, but you don't practice. Not making as part of your cognition with will give you pseudo satisfaction, as if you know it's true. You think you know it, you think you already doing it, but that is most dangerous. Swamiji is saying that is most dangerous. That is why I tell you, before initiation, the disciple need to be prepared. The moment you are initiated, you should just follow the truth. Making seeking, make seeking as part of your cognition. Again, pain is such a self-destructive mechanism. That will not allow you to reinvent yourself with any new concept or strategies. Knowing all the spiritual truths but not living them makes you feel as if you are already living them. Knowing but not doing is the most dangerous thing. That is what incomplete knowledge. However much you may know about yoga, unless you do, you won't have the result. However much you know about swimming, unless you start swimming, you will not have the result. However much you may know about surgery, unless you do it, you don't know what it is. Are you all able to follow? Can I have a thumbs up? Can I have a response? I really want all of you to be actively participating. These are what Swamiji is sharing here is a very high, powerful cognition, which is really, really, really helpful. You just listen as if, understand. This is the same exact point Swamiji is addressing. This exact point, knowing, it's like, okay, listening, just listening. It seems to be knowing but not making part of our cognition is the exact problem we all face. So if you respond, I understand, okay, you are listening, you are. So let us internalize this truth. How many of you cognizing, understanding what Swamiji is sharing here today in this part of the session? And what are that you are going to make decision? Internalize and make a cognition, decision, a declaration to change that from today, from this session. Otherwise, what is that you are going to carry? What is the purpose you attending this program? But knowing, listening, but not doing. So tell me, what is that you have understood practically in your life? And from today, with that understanding, make a declaration to implement it, seeking as part of the life. So what are those? Any sharings? Anyone wants to share anything? Jivatma, once we know the spiritual truth, we need to live them, incorporate them in our lives. Wonderful, Karunakaraya. We are all born seekers. We have to do Chariya Pada to practice what we learn. These are the truths, Aya. And you don't have to share, but have you made any declaration to implement certain things you are knowing, but you are not implementing? For example, Swamiji here given example as yoga. You know you need to do yoga, but you are not doing it. So today onwards, you declare that you will do yoga. Like that, do you made any declaration? That is what I'm interested in. We all the question, the cognition, that's wonderful. But what is that implementing? At least one. You have to become more and more in-depth seeker. So for that, what you are going to make declaration and doing it, implementing it. Charya Pada. But are you doing everything? There are many things in Charya Pada. Doing Pachapatni Vratam with other Sangha members, want to be more integrated to Devi. Okay, yeah, wonderful. Yes, let's move on. Shakta Rajaswarupini. I declare to get up at 3:30 tomorrow to do yoga. Oh, wow, 3:30. Wonderful. The nostril cleaning native part. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulate all of you who are declaring to implement, but not doing. That part only I'm asking. See, we have been learning. This is exactly Swamiji is pointing out. Knowing the spiritual truth, knowing things, listening to them, but not implementing in our life. It's the most dangerous thing, is what you think you are doing it. You think you're growing in seeking, but it doesn't yield results. That's why I want to make this point embedded in our cognition, core cognition, that anything that we hear, we must implement as soon as possible, immediately. So now let's move on to our next concepts on seeking. This is what knowing but not doing. The non-practice, that's the most difficult mental setup. Once you acquire that, your whole life is gone. Listening to the concept but not living them. Listening to the truth but not living them, that is the most dangerous. Once the mental setup comes to you, anything you will know how to brush it aside. It is like watching an advertisement on the TV. Call now, call now, call now. It's like you're listening to that way. How you don't even care, change the channel. If their advertisement come, what do? You just simply change the channel. So that's how it becomes. You will develop the same attitude even towards the spiritual truths. When the truth says your consciousness, your consciousness, your consciousness, start living, you will switch off to another channel. It will develop the attitude of inaction. In the face of spiritual truth, then nothing can help you reinvent yourself. Out of millions of people, not everyone getting to know this truth. You have come so close for your enlightenment. If you think I will attend all the sessions, classes, and learn the strategies, but I don't need to do anything right now, I don't have time because I know I am consciousness. And Swamiji has been saying the same thing since 2003. So then you are worshipping the ignorance. Not Swamiji, not God. You are simply worshipping ignorance. Being stagnant, feeling stuck is the hangover of pains in life. Which happens constantly till you become enlightened. So one and only one solution is reinventing yourself and re-strategizing yourself constantly. When you are driven by your greed and fear, constantly you will reinvent yourself. So if you are in love with the girl, how constantly you'll reinvent yourself to demonstrate your love to her or to impress her. So if you are afraid of your life, how constantly you will reinvent yourself to save yourself or to escape from her. So when fear or greed is there, how you constantly reinvent yourself, re-strategize yourself, do the same thing out of inspiration or the great truths. Any spiritual truth, the moment you hear it or listen it from the master, it has to be implicated. If not, it will never be implicated. If you don't make it as your cognition by today's sunset, it is not useful for you. Forget it. Otherwise, you will develop a rank pattern of listening but not living. Listening, not living. Knowing but not doing. Don't do that. It is Atmahana, saying no to life. Saying no to life. Atmahana in Sanskrit. Fools are those who listen to the great truths but do not make them as part of their cognition. If you have postponed the spiritual truths in your life without letting them become your cognition, parts of you have already frozen. It has become dead. Melt all those parts which have become dead, frozen, and re-strategize your whole life with the truth. I am consciousness. Don't be pushed by fear and greed. Be pushed only by tremendous joy, inspiration, happiness, bliss, fulfillment, and completion. If your fuel is only completion and inspiration, you are blessed. How many of you are getting the clicks, powerful clicks? Mahana. Yes. Ma Jnana Guru Prasadini says, I announce that I am starting to do yoga with my body clean, and puja. Wonderful, ma. Wonderful. Yes. Let's continue. Reinventing yourself, re-strategizing yourself, discovering through you, making you flow more and more, making you alive more and more, breaking the parts of you which are frozen, making the parts of you that is, what are the parts of you? The tiredness, the boredom, which are frozen into alive again. Seeking is the enlightenment dosha. It is like with many of the South Indians like this food. So Swamiji is saying seeking is for enlightenment. A beautiful analogy. Now let's do one technique. Re-strategize your life. All the incomplete knowledge which you have learned but never made as experience make you fall into hell. Sit and start scanning sincerely what concepts you have heard, never made them into experience. Start scanning. Don't say, I am consciousness. I heard this in 2004 from Swamiji when he first came to Paris. But so many times you denied living the truth. I am consciousness. But denying and the living has become a lifestyle in you now. Yes, I think we have already done this. We have already done this. So let us move on. You already, some of you already, not all of you. For those of you who are not yet declared, do that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to declare. Now let's move on. We have done this. So awaken the seeking in you. Awaken your seeking. That's enough. Seeking is intelligent enough, efficient enough, and powerful enough for you to experience the space that you are seeking. Rekindle seeking in your life. Awaken it into your life. Decide whatever truth your master says, whatever truth clicks with you, decide to start living them and aligning your thinking and lifestyle to the truth. Then your seeking will become intense. For example, you are thinking about death, and you can think about it on your own and try to find out what will happen. Or you can listen to what Master says. Don't worry, once you die, you will only be with me. You will be only with me into the Kailasa, don't worry. If suddenly that answer clicks with you and you start aligning yourself to that answer, thinking that, thinking about that answer, cherishing that answer, enjoying that answer, and planning for that space in your inner space, your seeking will intensify. Either seek on your own or listen to the answers your master gives. Cherishing his words, entertaining them, enjoying them, enriching them, and encourage them in your system. I think all of us do. This part, all of us do, isn't it? Then naturally you will start thinking, how will Kailasa look? Will I have Western toilet or Eastern toilet there? Will I have food there? Will I have pain and pleasure there? Will I have only pleasure and no pain there? Or will I have only pain and no pleasure? Even these questions will invoke seeking in you. Now, let's listen from Swamiji for a short time. Awaken the seeking in you.
Expand on the second part and the context of the whole verse. Listen, most of the time, the knowledge is so addictive. After a certain period, the knowledge becomes not feeling this is enough. Please understand. If you started your seeking because of some problems you face in your life, and if those problems are attended, addressed, after that you think, why continue seeking? This why continue seeking? Even after my problems are attended, that is the time either you become dull, means you develop a don't care attitude towards ignorance. What Upanishad declares, avidyam upasate. Or you become active. If you become active, that's more dangerous, because with that knowledge, but without having experience, you create big chaos and mess. Listen, this story can completely explain this one verse. Brahma and Vishnu searching Mahadeva's head and feet. Brahma goes up, Vishnu goes down. Both are seekers. Vishnu goes on and on and on and on and on. At one spot he feels enough, tired, bored. At least tiredness and boredom will not become cunning. He comes back and says, no, I am not able to do, forget about it. He develops a don't care attitude towards ignorance. It's okay, what can be done? I'm tired and bored, leave it. But Brahma not only is not able to find the truth, he tries to become cunning with that knowledge, but not having experience. He becomes cunning. That is the most dangerous. That's the most dangerous. He becomes cunning. He gets engaged in vidya, the incomplete knowledge acquired for vested interests, characterized by impure perception of truth, consciousness. Listen. When Brahma becomes cunning, not only he doesn't accept, he tries to lie, saying, I found, and he develops a false evidence, that is false rituals, false techniques, to say, I found, if you use this technique, you will find. I wanted to tell the whole world, never ever fall prey to the fellows who say they design techniques based on their own experience, but which is not aligned to the apta pramana, the words of the rishis. Understand? In Vedic tradition, you can design any technique. Any permutation combination is allowed. You are given so much freedom, but it should be in tune with the Vedas, the apta pramana. Don't ever accept if it is not in tune with the pramanas of rishis, apta pramana. Listen, if you accept somebody's words that it is the technique from their own experience and it is not in tune with the original Vedic tradition, be very clear. It is false evidence, false technique, false rituals, just like Brahma bringing a flower as a false evidence, saying that he reached Mahadeva's head. These fellows, without reaching, trying to prove they reached. See, these false flowers, false evidence, what Brahma brought, that is also a flower, but it won't take you to the ultimate. So-called these techniques also may help you to have a little peace, wheezing will be healed, little good for health, but that won't lead you to enlightenment. Understand? Enlightenment is altogether a different game. Having little health, good feeling are not sufficient. They may be good initial side effects of a technique, but technique itself is not aimed just towards little health and good feeling. Don't become victims of Brahma. Catch Mahadeva. Don't become victims of Brahma, his false claims and the false evidence he brings, false techniques he brings. Catch Mahadeva. Understand the context of this verse. This verse describes two major problems a seeker faces when he starts transforming his cognition that he is consciousness. Understand the context. Meditate on the context. Look in and face all the difficulties you face when you shift the cognition. You are the consciousness. Mahadeva, Shiva. Look into the context. Try to experience the truth. Again and again and again. If you search for the context, if you reach the context, you will understand what Upanishads mean by this verse. Antam tama pravishantiye avidyam upasate tato bhuya ivateta tama yavu vidyayam rataha. Some of the major difficulties, problems you will face during your seeking is defined and explained in this verse. Your mind will try to encourage you to become a false guru. That is what the second part of the verse describes. Engaged in Vidya, the incomplete knowledge acquired for vested interests, characterized by the impure perception of truth and consciousness. Today's subject for Vakyartha Sadas. How to keep our seeking pure without being touched by Brahma and Vishnu both. Neither boredom nor false purpose, the vested interests, incomplete knowledge should disturb our contemplate about this, do Vakyartha Sadas on this. How to keep our seeking pure, how to retain our seeking pure, away from boredom, away from false identities. That is why the Vedic tradition insists on higher forms of tapas and penance. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 080272799.
Sorry for the technical glitch. I'll repeat. I'm really sorry. I'll repeat what I have, because it's very important. Can you all hear me now? Okay. The essence and only priority of life. Reorganizing means changing the very cognition you have. Till today, not just the development, do little bit. Development of personality is not seeking the, like how iron, 10, take them from 10 iron rods and you try to make Shivalinga, it's Shiva's form is not going to be possible. You melt that iron rod, put it in the mold, then only possible. Same way, you have to melt, you have to completely transform. For that is called ferocious seeking. The cognitive shift has to happen. That is what is seeking. Intense seeking gives you the energy to melt you and mold you as you want. Seeking means changing the very cognition you have about you, about everything, about world, about God, everything. To align to the reality, you do not need anything as the first priority. Seeking is the first priority. From morning till night, the ideas which drive you, the idea of pleasure, the idea of pain, the idea of right and wrong, the idea of self-respect and self-denial, all of this, see if it is aligned to the reality. Align them to the reality, that's all. That is all seeking, nothing else needed in life. Technique to align reality. Now, from morning till night, whatever you do, the moment you wake up and until the moment you fall asleep, fall into bed, everything, see to it, it is all aligned to the reality. That is what? Your highest self. Everything is aligned to the reality of eternal bliss. Your highest self. To the reality of oneness, Advaita. To the purpose of eternal bliss. So now please scan through your whole day and just recognize, re-strategize, realign. Just take few minutes and do this exercise. Just pen down your thought currents. Pen down your thought currents. Listen to the words of the Master. First time, when you hear the Guru's words with so much of seeking, interest, and excitement, you enjoy it and start picking up many things and internalizing it as part of your life. Then, after some time, your seeking comes down. You listen but take it for granted. Ah, like this is only he talks. It's okay, I have heard enough. Slowly, slowly, you take Guru's words for granted. For how many years you may listen to satsang, you create a huge iron wall around you. The Guru's words never penetrates and become part of you. This is because with every word, you create a pain pattern. How not to allow to get internalized in you. How to keep that away from you. Your earlier failures are thinking that I tried, but it is not working out. He is great, but it is not work out for me. It's not going to work out for me. Develop these kind of patterns, thought trends, and seeking becomes lost. Even if you live around the master for years, listening to satsangs for years, and nothing happens to you, you have become a dangerously untrainable and non-transformable. Whatever you experience as reality is only possibility. If you are experiencing your reality as rich and everything is good, and that is also only possibility for something greater which is supposed to come. If you are experiencing your reality as bad, poor, suffering, and suffocation, that is also a possibility for the worst which is going to come. Whatever you experience as reality is only possibility. It is bound to happen. If you are expressing good, that is a good possibility for better. If you are experiencing bad, that is a possibility for the worst. But you do not ever think the reality you are experiencing is reality. No, it is just a possibility. Create a new you. Seeking is a decision to face the questions that make us powerless. Facing these questions with courage will transform everything. The seeking is powerful enough to let you experience what you are seeking. Techniques to experience seeking. Whoever keeps seeking as their first priority in life will achieve me. Simple, as simply as Swamiji is sharing. Unclutching, you have heard. How many of you are practicing? At least 2 minutes a day. Are you saying you do not have 2 minutes of your time? The process for a seeker. Unclutching, a process for a seeker. The process I'm offering to all of you to find answers for the basic questions of life. What is life? What for life is unclutching. The word unclutching is the supreme spiritual truth. This process, unclutching, can directly upgrade your very consciousness. We'll be learning a lot more about unclutching in the upcoming sessions. Complete with your patterns. You have learned the completion and all the basically what Swamiji is conveying, all the powerful teachings that you have been learning, practice them. Intensely decide to practice them. Every day before you sleep, just a few minutes, sit and declare completion. Write down all the incompletion and sit and complete them. And unclutching, whatever work you are doing, you can, your mind is there, you can unclutch them. Unclutch the emotional stress that you are holding. And you can practice any technique, reliving to relieve, just the declaration. Any thoughts? You can share it. Joy, what are your declarations? Ma Joy, what are your declarations? What is that you are going to make part of seeking? For every problem, conflict that we face, seek for spiritual solution. Will be easily come. We will not suffer. All of us face a lot of situations in life. Seek for spiritual solution. There are so many solutions Swamiji has given. So seek for spiritual solution. Life is just this moment. Yes. Perfect. Live in the present moment. Perfect. By practicing unclutching, you do that. We'll learn more about unclutching in the upcoming sessions. Anyone else want to share? You can share it. And tomorrow, what you're going to practice, what you're going to make as a lifestyle, Charya Pada, you're going to learn. What to do, how to live powerfully, so I grow in my higher self, grow in my consciousness. The lifestyle of Paramashiva, Charya Pada, and life is for others. We're going to learn tomorrow very powerful sacred secrets and lot of techniques, tools to implement that in your life. It will give you guidance on how to live a life of seeking. All right, are you all excited? Bring your friends and family and come with your friends and family and learn about the Charya Pada. I'll be learning many tools, techniques to implement that in the life. All right. So, any questions, please do let me know. And do share in your social media what are your cognition and what are your learn. It is very great. Thank you. Yes. All right, let's pay our deepest gratitude to Swamiji. With the space of deep gratitude, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tasat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you all for joining Nithyanandam. And see you all tomorrow with your friends and family. Nithyanandam.